Hi guys, this is gonna be a weird video. I don't usually just plop down unplanned and just chit chat about something, but I mean, honestly, it's 4:15 in the morning. I haven't gone to bed yet. My boyfriend just left from Maryland. I'm in my pajamas and I wanted to make a video that I feel like is relevant to me right now. I wanted to talk about the concept of like apologies and just respect in general. If you're new or you haven't yet, please subscribe. I have a whole plethora of videos I like to do, from makeup to mental health to now I guess this kind of rambling situation, but it's just something I kind of want to talk about to just like get off my chest and be done with it. I'm not going to get into specifics, but I am going to give some examples of what I'm talking about. I'm sorry if this video is very disjointed. Like I said, I didn't plan it. Usually I am very organized and I write things in my notebook, but I wanted to talk about kind of the concept of apologizing and apologies and telling people how you feel and respect going both ways in a friendship. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know over the past couple months I've vaguely been touching on feeling very disrespected by a person in my life that I cared very much about. So I kind of just wanted to talk about, first and foremost, what an apology can really mean and how I feel like in my life a lot of situations could have been solved if a simple apology was made. And I just kind of want to talk about like what an apology can look like. I feel like before I get into the examples, I just want to be clear that an apology is something that is free to give. It doesn't necessarily even mean you have to know what it is specifically you're apologizing for. And I think sometimes it's important to, even if you don't feel like you've done anything wrong, if someone reaches out to you and says, hey, you have really hurt my feelings, or you have done something that has upset me, it is the easiest thing in the world to do to just say, I am sorry I hurt your feelings. Even if you don't know what it is specifically that you did, or you don't agree that what you did was wrong, or you both disagree about the situation entirely, it is so simple and just so, it goes a long way just to say, I am sorry that I hurt your feelings. I am going to be 24 years old in June, and I feel like at this point in my life, I shouldn't need to explain to people my age what an apology is, but it seems like it's so hard to just get an apology out of someone. And I believe that when someone comes to you and says, you have hurt me, I am hurt by what you've done, even if you didn't mean to hurt them, or even if you don't think that what you did was hurtful, that is someone coming to you and telling you that you have hurt them. That is not up to you to decide if they're hurt or not. Then the ball's in your court to say, I am sorry I hurt your feelings. Not if you're not sorry that you hurt someone, then that's a whole other issue entirely. But I feel like everyone gets so caught up on wanting to be specific, or they are too proud to apologize. And just the basis of this video is that you can always just say that you're sorry you hurt someone. I don't think there's any situation where that can't be done. Apologizing is not easy. It tends to mean that you are admitting some fault in some kind of way, and it doesn't feel very good. I'm not myself the best apologizer. No one likes apologizing. Otherwise, everyone would fucking do it. It's just really disappointing waiting for an apology that you know you're not going to get, and kind of just realizing that someone isn't sorry that they hurt you and that they can't take the 2 seconds to just say they're sorry. For example, I was in a situation where someone that I was very close friends with said some things that hurt my feelings, and there was an argument between the both of us, and the last time we spoke we were not on good terms, and it was a recurring theme, and essentially this person was very hypocritical. The thing that they had really grilled me for and really made me feel bad about and really just turned against me on is something that they then turned around and did. And they never really admitted the hypocrisy or really even said sorry for their comments. And in that, I wasn't even at that time looking for an apology. I was just wanting my friend to let me vent. And this person, out of character, was very cold and very inconsiderate and very disrespectful to me. And this is a person that I really cared about a lot, and someone I really respected, and someone I trusted to be mature. and to be a caring friend. And it was extremely disappointing because I know that this person is not an idiot. I know that this person is intelligent enough to understand the situation and know what's appropriate, and that person failed me on that level. On the other hand, another person who was not directly involved in the situation, that person was big enough, even though they had nothing to do with it and essentially did nothing wrong, they still had the heart and the mind to reach out to me and say, hey, I understand that you're hurting right now. I understand this is what happened, and I just wanted to say that if I in any way hurt you, I am sorry. I have nothing against that person. I think it's a respectable thing that that person apologized to me, and they didn't even have anything to apologize for. And I think it speaks volumes that someone who is not guilty and is not at fault has a big enough sense of self to understand, like, hey, a person I care about is hurting. I may have had something to do with it. I'm not sure. Better safe than sorry. I'm going to apologize. I appreciated that apology. I took that to heart, and even though I was still upset about the situation and there wasn't much that could be done and the apology didn't really resolve anything, it felt nice to know that that person was thinking of me and had enough respect for me to consider my feelings and reach out and make the effort. That at least shows me some level of respect and care on their end. Meanwhile, the other person did not speak to me for over a month. This person reached out to me, and rather than then apologizing, at this point, I was still willing to listen to an apology or listen to some kind of, just have some kind of dialogue about what happened. And instead what this person did was, out of the blue, after not speaking, we ended on bad terms. We didn't speak for a month. This person hit me up late at night when I was likely not able to see this person. I think that was just an oversight on their part. I don't think they did it to be malicious or kind of weasel their way out of an apology. They decided to ask me if I wanted to hang out. Of course, no, I didn't want to hang out with this person because I haven't spoken to this person in a month and we ended on bad terms. To me, to nonchalantly reach out to me and say, want to hang out, almost disregards the fact that we had a disagreement and completely just sweeps under the rug that I expressed that I was hurt. I politely declined. I even made sure this person was okay. This person has a history of suicidal thoughts, so being a nice person, I was like, are you safe? Are you okay? And once this person confirmed that they did not need me for any type of pressing, urgent situation, they said no, they were fine, and I was like, well then no thank you, I'm in bed for the night. And I was. That was genuine. I wasn't lying. I was in bed for the night and I didn't want to hang out, and I didn't, even if it was 4 p.m., I didn't want to hang out because I think it's disrespectful to fight with someone and hurt their feelings and then not apologize, not speak to them for a month, and then act as if it never happened. I think it's just very careless to just hit him up and be like, sup? And I'm like, the fuck you mean? Like, we're not about to fucking shoot the shit. And at that time, I took that very personally. I took that as kind of a disrespect to me. And my thing is, I'm not complicated to get along with. I feel like I'm very straightforward. I'm very direct. I can be very blunt at times or abrasive. And I have done my fair share of hurting others with the things that I say, and I've definitely gotten better at apologizing. But the conversation stopped there. Once it was, do you want to hang out? No, thank you, I'm in bed. Are you safe? Yes. Okay, good. I'm sorry. Not today. The conversation stopped there. I later come to find out this person's intention was to apologize to me if I had accepted the invitation to hang out. That doesn't just hold much water with me because at that point when I declined to hang out, there's a new situation. So if your intent is to apologize based on me hanging out and I say, no, I can't hang out, then this person has decided, well, she didn't want to hang out, so now I no longer want to apologize. And this person then on some level, whether it was intentional or not, decided that no apology was to be made. There was nothing they were going to do about it, nothing they were going to say. When I was not rude, I just simply said, I'm in bed for the night. I don't want to hang out. I didn't say, fuck you. I didn't say, get out of my face. I made sure they were safe and I went to bed. And I was like, that's nuts that this person just thinks we're good. Another month goes by and I do not hear a word from this person. And it's really been weighing on me because I just don't appreciate it. I feel like, I'm never going to ask someone for an apology, nor do I ever expect an apology. This is just a person that I really thought highly of, and this was a person that I felt I could trust, that in a sticky situation like this, we could resolve it. And that person not speaking to me for 2 months in itself was a choice. There was nothing that I feel like I need to apologize for. I am sorry we had a disagreement, and I am sorry that it ended on bad terms, but I was the one who was hurt. I expressed that I was hurt, and what I got in return was 2 months of silence. That is not okay. That is disrespectful, that is hurtful, and that in itself is a choice. I want people to know, and I want you to know who's watching, if someone has hurt you and they don't speak to you, that is a choice. They might not have said anything hurtful to make it worse, but I feel like you are making a choice by blowing me off for 2 months when I have been a good friend, when I have helped you during hard times, when I am even mad at you and I still make sure that you're safe before I politely decline not to hang out. Your choice was to not do anything. You made an excuse. It takes 30 seconds to simply, in this day and age, shoot a fucking DM on Twitter. You can text me, you can call me, leave me a voicemail. You know where to find me. If you wanted to apologize, if in your heart you wanted to apologize, every single day, this person woke up in the morning was a new opportunity to reach out to me and say, I am sorry that I hurt you. Even if they don't apologize for anything else in particular, that at least starts a dialogue based on respect. I never got that. What I did wrong was I chose to vent about it publicly on my social media. I guess this person saw it and took that as, well, it's too late now, so there's nothing I can do. And I just think that's very cheap. I think it is a cop-out. I think that is weaseling your way out of taking responsibility, and I just felt very disappointed and disrespected by that. And then at that point, I had been quiet for 2 months, and I had really just been ruminating on this, and I was trying to be quiet and be diplomatic because the other person that did apologize is involved, and I did not want to hurt this person because it is not this other person's fault. And it is not their responsibility. Although they are close to this person, they do not dictate whether they apologize. They do not dictate if they are a good person, and they do not dictate their choices. I tried to be quiet. I tried not to be angry, but it was making me very mad that I had invested a lot in this friendship. I felt that I was a good friend to this person. I felt that this person cared about me, and this person just fucking dropped me like a hot potato. So, upon sitting on it for 2 months, kind of waiting it out, waiting to see what would happen, finally I got that information that this person just decided not to apologize or speak to me ever again after I didn't want to meet up, and I decided to message this person, which brings me to my next point. If you feel that someone has hurt you, and you feel that someone has disappointed you, I think you have every right to reach out to them and explain to them in very specific detail what it is they have done that hurt you, why you are disappointed, what you wish they had done differently, and your decision at that time. My decision at this time was that I am not interested in continuing a friendship with this person because 2 months is ample time to reassess the situation and decide if you are mature enough to apologize or at least start some kind of dialogue. There was nothing. So in my mind, that person is just living their day-to-day, not giving a fuck about anyone else, not giving a fuck that they hurt someone, even though they were told. And it just shows me that they don't value my friendship. It's been 2 months. How many hours in a day? 2 months. And not one time did this person think, I can take the 2 seconds to start a mature dialogue and get the ball rolling, or apologize and leave it at that. Confrontation makes people uncomfortable. Many times in my life, I have tried to be patient and wait for things to work themselves out, but I have found that oftentimes things don't. I think the most important thing in any relationship, friendship or otherwise, is being genuine, communicating effectively, and apologizing when you are wrong, giving a shit about that person. I am very big on respect. I feel like even if I don't like you, if I can still respect you and you can still respect me, then we're gonna get along okay. We don't have to be best friends. We don't have to fucking braid each other's hair and have a sleepover, but I can tolerate you and you can tolerate me. Once you disrespect me and then go even farther and not care that you've disrespected me when I did not disrespect you, then I have a problem. I have a hard time coming back from that. I am not able to forgive someone after that because I feel like once respect is gone, you don't have anything. People do not like when you rock the boat or when you bring up emotions or when you explain to someone why they're wrong. But I got to the point where I was just so angry even seeing this person's fucking face or knowing that they were doing well, and that's not healthy. So I decided to message this person and let them know what I was feeling. And I also wanted to note that I think it's important that when you do such a thing that you try to avoid cussing or name calling or jabs or anything like that. I usually like to write it in the form of a letter. Sometimes I will let them respond, but this time I wrote it in a letter, sent it as a text message, and blocked the person because I, at this point, do not want an apology because I will not accept an apology and I will not appreciate an apology. At this point, it's very just disingenuous. And I mean, obviously, if this person wanted to apologize, they would have. And I know this video is just so disjointed and I have not slept, but it's just, my point is, if you've done something wrong or someone says that you've hurt them, fucking say you're sorry. Just say you're sorry. Say you're sorry you hurt someone. Is that not common human decency? Is it not? Like, let me know. If I'm fucking crazy, you let me know. Because I don't think it's that much to ask. If you are hurting, you have every right to tell someone that you are hurting as long as you do it in the most respectful way that you can. I think it is pathetic that I'm gonna be 24 years old and I even feel like I have to make a video explaining how apologies work and how respect works, but I'm just so disappointed that the situation could have been resolved 2 fucking months ago. Even if I didn't want to be best friends with them anymore, I would at least know that they had the decency to recognize that they fucked up and apologize. And I just want to encourage people that you do not have to tolerate that kind of behavior in your life. You do not have to put up with it. It is perfectly acceptable to tell people how you feel and then tell them that you are no longer interested in that type of behavior in your life, especially as we get older. It's just not acceptable. I think a lot of people think that they should keep their mouth shut, or you are made to feel guilty for voicing how you feel, or you are made to feel bad for cutting off toxic people. And I just wanted to reiterate that it is okay, and I encourage you wholeheartedly to do so, because just since I have sent that message, even though I have no idea if they read it or if they were gonna reply since I blocked them, I feel a physical weight off my shoulders knowing that I don't have to fucking think about this person anymore. I don't have to wait for an apology. I don't have to worry about it. The other person and I are on decent terms. I don't necessarily accept the apology that was given to me, but I appreciate the apology. You are not required to forgive anyone. And I also wanted to say that if someone comes to you and says, I am sorry, you don't need to be an asshole about it and be like, fuck you, I don't forgive you. And you're not required to forgive the person either. If you don't forgive them, don't say that. If someone apologizes, the correct thing to do is to say, thank you for apologizing. I appreciate your apology. It's not hard. I don't understand. I don't fucking understand why a group of 20-something individuals need to have this broken down. It's so frustrating. I don't know what else to say. I felt like I had more points I wanted to make. My point is just, even if you don't like someone or you don't agree with someone, you can always, always, always be respectful, and you can always be self-aware enough to fucking apologize. And if you're receiving the apology, you can always be kind enough to at least thank the person for apologizing, because apologies are not easy. They are not fun. No one wants to do it. It's awkward. It's shitty. But just say you're sorry, accept apologies. And I think if we could all do that, we'd all be a lot fucking happier. So anyway, I feel like I'm finally free of this. I felt good when I did it. I felt like I just needed to get this last point out because obviously some people need to hear it. And I just wanted to remind people that if there is something in your life that's hurting you or someone in your life that's hurting you, you are not by any means obligated to keep them in your life. And you are not by any means required to tend to the feelings of other people before your own. And in the process, just do your best not to hurt others. And if that is how you do life, you're gonna be good. So anyway, it's like 5 in the morning and I haven't gone to bed yet. So I'm gonna try and go to sleep and just forget all this happened and start fresh tomorrow. I've uploaded like 5 videos this week, which is fucking crazy. And I'm sure you're sick of me. But yeah, I'm gonna leave on that note. Be kind to each other, apologize when you're wrong, be gracious in accepting apologies, and please, please, please respect each other. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.